All right, hello everybody. Welcome to episode 6 of the Squid QE podcast with guest here on this beautiful September 1st, first of the month podcast we got going on here. Today's guest is joined by Shadesmaster, who is a YouTuber and modder. How you doing today, Shades?
I'm good. Yeah, I'm excited to do this thing. Have the interview and play Scourge at the same time. I'm just concerned, though, because I'm looking at your YouTube and I don't see any video, but it says unable to connect to chat, so I'm not sure if it's doing it or not.
Oh, no, you just, there's a new link.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it happened again with the same thing the last time. It's a new link, so just, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so tell me a little bit about like the modding and mapping and stuff that you do.
Yeah. Oh, whoops. Oh, that's just a map. Give me 1 second. I just want to get to the new link. Sorry about that. Okay. You can hear me, right?
Yeah, all good. You can hear me, right?
Oh, I'm actually going to mute the video, though.
Yeah, I would recommend doing that. Otherwise, you get a bad echo there. I don't know how many times I've started these podcasts and like people just hear an echo in the first few seconds of the podcast because I keep forgetting to mute the YouTube video there. So that's probably not very pleasant for people who are watching. But yeah, go ahead and tell me a little bit about the modding and mapping and stuff that you do.
Yeah, sure. So I've modded and mapped for many games. I really like working in the Quake engine, in all honesty, because I've done Doom levels. From when I was a kid, I've used programs like DEU, HU for Heretic, even Quark, Deathmatch Maker, but I didn't release anything until like 2009. I guess it's actually around the time level editors got better.
Nice. I haven't heard of some of those. Are those all Quake 1 engines?
Well, DEU, HU are Doom stuff. Deathmatch Maker, let's see, a Quark is for Quake.
Quark.
And of course I did a lot of Quake Deathmatch back in the day, too. So yeah, that's pretty interesting.
Gotcha. I was just thinking Quark. I think that QRACK, that's how you spell that, right?
Yes.
Okay, I know what you're talking about now. That was like one of the earliest source part engines, right?
Quark is a level editor, not a source port.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'm thinking of something else then.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't know anything about this, so I mean that's why I have people like you on here to teach.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Things. Yeah, but yeah, no, I've never done any Quake 1 stuff there. I did mention, I think before we started, like I did some like level editing and like Brood War back in the day, but
yes.
Outside of that, I've never done anything like with Quake or anything like that. Surprisingly, for how long I've played this game, no, I've never really attempted it or anything like that. Is it really hard to do like mapping and stuff?
Well, it's actually relatively easy, I'd say. There's a bunch to learn, but, I guess I'm coming from a place where I'm used to it by now. Plus, the modern editors make it really easy. Back in the day, things crashed way more often.
Nice, yeah. I really like the work that they done on Iron Whale recently.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I know that's like
a neat source port. Yeah.
Yeah, that's like one of like the newer NetQuake source ports and stuff like that. But very good for like modding and just running through like mods and campaign and stuff like that. It's got really nice performance there. Very good work with the developers of that there. I don't know how they did it, but very good work, and I believe it's built from Quake Spasm, right?
Yeah, I think so, yeah. Ironwell is pretty neat, but I gotta be careful of a few things when I make maps for various source ports. Like, if I place like a green armor, which I did in the map set, I have a demo out, Sacrilege. If I place a green armor too close to a wall, it might appear in other source ports, but it doesn't appear in Ironwell. So that actually happened, so yeah.
Gotcha.
Oh, sorry, I don't want to... Is there friendly fire enabled or no?
To be honest, I don't know, and I'm not gonna lie. I'm not very familiar with these campaigns, so I'll try to follow you.
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I definitely know there's like a secret in here. I gotta disable this.
Yeah, I gotcha.
So I could shoot this little yellow light here, and that opens a secret here. Yeah, Ring of Shadows. Not that it's much use. I'll also get us to the secret level too. But yeah, this is an interesting study on level design here because Level Lord made some of these maps, and he worked on Duke Nukem 3D a lot too. So you can see some Duke 3D-isms like the breakable, like the exploding pumping station part. Yeah.
Cool. I did not know that. To be honest, I'm not really sure who that even is because I've never really played Duke Nukem that much. But
Richard Level Lord Gray. He's done.
okay.
He's a mapper from back in the day. Yeah, he's pretty
Gotcha.
cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I played a little bit of Duke Nukem, like the first few levels or something like that. But
Yeah.
I guess I kind of maybe see a little bit of resemblance in some of these there. But yeah, I don't know Duke Nukem that well to say for sure or anything like that. But yeah, I'll just write up. That didn't work. All right. Well.
Yeah.
That's okay. But yeah, you also do like YouTubing and stuff like that, right?
Yes.
Nice.
Yeah, on YouTube, I do like plays of either single player or multiplayer maps, or I do custom maps, whether it's mine or somebody else's. I do a lot of other people's custom maps because it's like being an author. It's like being an author for a book. It's like to be a decent author, you gotta actually read books. So in order to make decent levels for video games, you gotta play other people's maps to see what works and what doesn't.
Nice. I got a question from the chat here. Dan wants to know where your name came from.
Oh, my name comes from my actual real life appearance, because I actually have glasses that that fit my namesake, and you might see it in the icon. So yeah.
So like it's like a reference to you wearing like shades and stuff.
Pretty much, yeah.
Nice, yeah.
And it's not just any glasses; they like fully wrap around, which is why I have them. Like they actually have no. What do you call it? The ear sides? They actually have none of that. They just like wrap around like a visor, like visor from Quake 3 or somebody.
Cool.
Yeah, they actually have no sides to them, so they're really interesting. Yeah, and I like them. It's like I could dress them up for a party, or I could like tone it down and just use it for normal wear and stuff.
Nice, yeah. And I keep freaking.
Oh, and they're an ocean goggle too. Yeah.
This map, I keep doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah. Oh yeah, don't exit this level, by the way, because there's the secret exits here. So yeah.
Cool. All right.
So I'll show you how to do that in a bit too.
Nice.
Because I really like the mission packs, and I have a map set called Sacrilege, which, hey, if you ever want to try it, the demo's out.
What is
and
it?
And it's on Sacrilege.
Sacrilege. All right. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 3-map demo using Prague's Dump as a base. And it's on Slipseer, so yeah.
Yeah. You were mentioning before we started that you did some work on like Slayer Testament and stuff like that?
Yeah, that's a Quake... It's a Doom 2016 Doom Eternal and Quake 1 mod. So yeah, my brother, Bloodshot12, he did all the programming. He's the real brains behind it, but I did a lot of the map work on it, yeah.
Nice. Cool, yeah. I haven't checked that one out yet, but I've been meaning to try it and stuff like that. It does look pretty cool though. Kudos to everybody who's worked on that stuff there. It's always cool. Like I say this all the time, but it's always cool to see what people are capable of doing on the Quake 1 engine and stuff. Especially with how old the engine is, but like you always see really cool stuff like that come out even in today's age.
Yeah. And what's great is that with the Quake 2 remaster out, it works in Trench Broom as well, so it's actually very similar to Quake 1 mapping, in all honesty. In fact, I could open a program like Wally, I could just take a Quake 1 texture, or an awesome texture by one guy named Macon, who is making all these really cool textures, like these, not high res, but high but like they're 512 size, but they're meant to be the same size in Quake. They're just more, more going on. It's not like a high res thing. It's like Quake size res. It's just they don't repeat as much. You know what I mean?
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah. So, anyways, he's making all these really good looking textures, and they have various themes. They're like real world themed, or they're like tech themed, Lovecraft themed. And the best part is you could export it from using Wally as a .wal file, and that means you can use them in Quake 2 now. So essentially what that means, Quake 2 was always just a metal bases, right? But no, I could have maps that take place in Earth and stuff. Oh, there's a third person here, okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, anybody can join. Yeah,
let's do the yeah, I'm gonna do the secret, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I forgot it has to be a proximity mine, but somebody's gonna be up there anyways, yeah.
Oh yeah, I know about that one. You just throw rocks up there, and yeah, I got you. I didn't know that was a secret though. I thought that was the way you had to go.
Yeah, this is. You got to do the proximity mine.
Yeah, and then wait here for like 5 minutes for this to blow up. Yeah, if you guys are in the live chat, you can join us here. It's a public server. Just search.
I'm hoping the guy doesn't exit.
No, it's open. Yay!
Are you in there? Yeah. Okay.
I just darted for it. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was worried because we're doing with other people. It's like I don't know what the timing's gonna be for the mine and stuff. Which also brings me to multiplayer too. And multiplayer is pretty because I did, of course, did a lot of Quake 1 multiplayer back in the day. So, yeah. And I still do. I've done it relatively recent too, as you know. Yeah. Cool. But I haven't really. In the past few weeks, I haven't done it because of different things. But I did some Quake 2 multiplayer at least.
Cool, yeah.
But I'm still mapping as often as I can.
Nice. Yeah, I should try mapping one day, just see what I can whip up, even if it's just like some flat terrain with some enemies on it, like I did with Brood War and stuff. But yeah,
it's very drag and drop. You could definitely learn how to do it. Oh, there's no friendly fire damage. There's armor damage though. Yeah.
That's a Quake remastered thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's a Quake remastered.
It is, yeah. Because I'm not sure. Whoops. Why am I not knowing where to go? I've played through this level many times. Yeah.
Oh, I killed myself. Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Megal is still there. I thought somebody took it, but they didn't. Huh?
Dan mentioned VR chats. What's that? Is that something you know?
Oh, VR chat. Yeah, it's a program I meet up with to hang out with friends on. Oops. I'm forgetting that's there too. It's a program I go to meet up with friends online sometimes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's like it's like a chat thing, but in VR and stuff, which I guess.
Pretty much, and there's actually worlds and stuff, so it's pretty interesting. 3D worlds you go through, but they're not as interactive as Quake, of course. There's some exceptions, but yeah. Oh, this fan is gonna get me. I gotta go this way. Yeah, it had a lot of neat effects. It's not a trigger push like the wind tunnels. It's something else. Yeah.
Yeah, that's not Quake, Dan. So I don't know. I don't know why you even asked that.
But that's okay. I mean, it pertains because I could play VR chat, and maybe I find a clever world with visuals I like, and I get an idea for a level. Cool. And ideas come from anywhere.
Nice. So, what other kind of work have you done, like either lately or throughout the years or whatever?
Oh, there is a mod for Doom 3 called Hex and Edge of Chaos.
Ah, nice. I'm guessing it's something to do with Hexen.
It is, yeah, but they put in the Doom 3 engine. And what happened was I learned a very key thing about making content for things. If people keep changing their minds about what they want, that's how games get delayed, and it applies to mods too. Because I was in development hell for a long time, and finally, in 2010, they released a 3-map demo, and only the first map was like 80% mine. Like I made a lot of houses, but the mod had added interiors to the houses and stuff. And that was back when I was using Doom 3 edit. I mean, nowadays, I'm sure Trenchbroom can do... I know Trenchbroom can do Doom 3 maps, so they should technically be able to do Hex and Edge of Chaos maps, too. That would be neat to try that again.
Nice, yeah.
But in all honesty, Doom 3 is very kind of, moving slow and stuff. Well, I honestly rather remake the mod in a different... in an earlier in-game. Like Quake 1.
Have you ever experimented with RB Doom 3?
Arby's? I'm thinking Arby's. No, I haven't. I guess I haven't heard of it until just now.
No, not RB's. R, like the letter R, and then B, and then Doom 3. It's a fork of Doom 3 BFG. It's actually a really cool fork. It's somebody by the name of Robert makes it. Very, very cool stuff what he's accomplished with that. I would say, like, in terms of like engine capabilities, graphic fidelity, stuff like that, it's pretty on par of what you would see in like Doom 2016 and stuff like that. It's very cool. I would highly recommend checking that out.
I should check it out. I haven't really heard of it. I haven't been as caught up on the Doom 3 scene, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
I was actually gonna say, like, I haven't really played really any Doom 3 mod. I played actually that's not true. I played the Dark mod. I don't know if you ever heard of that one.
Oh, I've heard of that one. Yeah.
Yeah,
They did
yeah.
things. They did lighting better than Hex and Edge of Chaos. They did some things right that I think Hex and Edge of Chaos should have did. Oh, this is the gold key. I don't have it.
Yeah. Yeah, but the Dark mod was, yeah, I think that's the only really Doom 3 mod I've ever played. I know there wasn't really a lot of, like, Doom 3 mods that came out. I don't know if that's because it was harder to make or maybe just people didn't like Doom 3. I don't know, but yeah, I know.
Probably a combination of those things, yeah.
Yeah, the Dark mod's pretty good. I would recommend checking that out if you haven't for Doom 3, But yeah, what's your opinion on? Because I know, like, like the Quake 2 remastered came out recently. Have you been playing that?
I have, yes. I actually haven't gotten to Call of the Machine because, get this, I just finished the base Quake 2 campaign and I've started the Reckoning. I actually never played the Quake 2 mission packs, unlike the Quake 1 mission packs from back in the day, so I'm actually doing that now. I'm not even sure if I finished Quake 2 really proper. I think I might have, but my memory is hazy on it, but I just played through the whole thing. I definitely finished base Quake 2.
Yeah, I definitely completed, the base Quake 2 myself, and I keep saying that I want to go through like the entire. I'm like maybe like a quarter through like the first campaign right now, and I keep saying, yeah, I'm gonna do the whole entire campaign, but I keep getting sidetracked because the multiplayer is just so fun in that game.
Yeah, I've done it a few times multiplayer. Yeah.
Yeah, and then I just don't go back to the campaign after that, so it's just like I just keep going with the multiplayer. But I'm sure eventually I'll get around to completing the whole campaign, including Call of the Machine, which I'm kind of looking forward to playing because I've heard a lot of people say that it's pretty good and stuff like that. So I believe it was made by Machine
Games.
Right? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, they're the
and
same
that's another.
ones. Yeah.
Yeah, that's another great source of inspiration for mapping too. Seeing how they do things there. I haven't even played it yet, but I've seen some videos online of it. Because as I said, I'm like trying to finish the other Quake 2 stuff first.
Yeah.
So yeah, but it's like I know they have minor spoilers. They have a level that's about that's an Earth theme map. I think it's pretty neat, but the only drawback is that it's all sewers mainly. It's like basically a sewer level. So what I did is, like, I realized they have some pretty cool ideas here. Why can't I find the gold key? I'm just having a mental fart right now. But anyways, oh, you do? Okay.
Yeah. If only I knew where to go now.
I know where the gold door is, yeah, but I couldn't find the gold key. I played through this too, anyways, yeah.
Yeah, no.
So anyways, what I was saying was that there's so much more they could be doing with an Earth-themed environment, because as I said, Quake 2 originally was just mainly just military bases and stuff. So it had a more unified theme, but the issue was that it had less variety. But Call of the Machine definitely fixes that. But to backtrack with Macon, he made a bunch of textures, including like industrial textures and road textures, and they're pretty neat. So I've actually imported them into Quake 2. I'm gonna exit.
Yeah, yeah. I've heard of Macron. I heard he's like a big map maker and stuff. I've seen he made some
Macon, yeah.
Or Macron.
Well, he does more scenes and stuff because he does it to test out his textures. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah, I checked.
So yeah, he has these road textures. Cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I have a bunch of what's called prefabs I made. Like I have an overpass I made. Macon has his own prefabs too, but he doesn't want people really using the prefabs he made, except unless they're like really basic. Yeah. Where'd Dan go?
Or who?
Dan, the man left.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, no, he comes and goes. That's all right. But what's your overall opinion of Quake remastered and stuff? Do you think it's better than other source ports, or do you think there's some things you can change or anything like that?
I like Quake 1 remastered. I really like Quake 2 remastered. The main reason I think Quake 2 remastered edges out of it is because the fact that, which I really wish they did for Quake 1 remastered, is like, how we're playing the mission packs now and how it has additional content and additional weapons. Mm-hmm. With Quake 2, what they did was they have, by default, they have the content from both the mission packs and a few new things in the default in their new expansion. I wish for whoa, I keep forgetting because I'm not triggering the rock that it falls at a different time. I wish that for Quake 1 they made it so that, their the Machine Games expansion pack had content from both mission packs. That would have been neat having the laser gun and the lava nails all at once. And there's some mods for Quake that do that, but they tend to throw the whole kitchen sink at you, so those mods can be a bit much. There's some good mods that I help work on, but at the same time, it's like, okay, it would have been neat to just have the Quake 2 remaster have the Mission Pack 1 and 2 content, and then maybe a new boss at the end of it, completely new boss.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I heard Quake 2 remastering is like, Quake 2 modding is like a lot harder than Quake 1. Is that true?
Well, in terms of programming, I don't really do that, so I wouldn't be able to say about that.
Gotcha. No worries.
Careful these boulders falling.
I see that, yeah. Crazy map. I do like some of the designs here, this like rocky terrain. I kind of wonder if like stuff like this is kind of like what inspired like a lot of the rocky terrains in Quake 2 and stuff like that. Probably. I mean, it was kind of.
It's a possibility, yeah.
I mean, if you think about it, I mean, Quake 2 is basically Quake World Engine with some like like a little bit better stuff attached to it. I don't know all the details, but stuff like that. But yeah.
I just failed that jump because I jumped on the wrong side and I missed the rail.
Honestly, I don't even know where to go.
I do, yeah. In this one I do, yeah.
Alright, I'll count on you to carry us forward.
Yeah. There's one hairy part at the end of this map that's also a thing on level design. It's like, okay, there's a part where like a bunch of rocks are going in a tumbling machine, and they're really tough to get past. You can't not take damage. It's almost impossible to not take damage. In fact, it's almost impossible to not die for a few tries. So yeah, that gets frustrating. So it's like the level is pretty good otherwise, but it has this one part near the end.
Yeah, I gotcha. You were talking about like the Quake 2, like how like they done stuff with like Quake 2 and stuff like that, and like it kind of makes you wish that like you wish they would have done stuff like that with Quake 1, because it's like I feel like I got kind of a little bit spoiled by some of the things they did with Quake 2, and I mean like that's it's not entirely their fault, because Quake 2 was actually built from Quake World Engine, so it's like the netcode is just like by default it's just better, but it kind of makes you wish, like, gosh, I really wish they did that with Quake 1. It would have, like, at least, like, I don't know, it just would have been better, I guess, is all I can really say.
Yeah, exactly. And what they could have did some things, like, for example, in Quake 2, they enhanced all the models, whereas in Quake 1, they didn't enhance the mission pack stuff. And it's silly because they have like for example, you have the same exact weapon that just has a different skin, like the lava nail gun or lava super nail gun, for example. So then you switch to a higher res nail gun, and then you use a lower res lava nail gun, even though it's like a different firing mode essentially.
I think I know what you're talking about. I haven't really played a lot of the expansions, but I think I know what you're talking about, yeah. Because I remember one of the expansions had it had like just like it was basically the same guns, except they were like they had like a flame version or something, like a lava or something like that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about. But,
yeah, I do. That's Mission Pack 2. Yeah, I 100% know what that is about. Yeah, because I've played through those. Yeah. And that's why I wish that would have been neat to have those essentially alternate firing modes in Quake 1, as well as the laser gun that we have here, and the other things here. Again, Quake mods do that, but it would have been great to have it as the default. And I think the advantage of Quake 2 mapping, well, the advantage Quake 2 had wasn't as big of a mapping community as Quake 1.
Oh my gosh, I just had a flashback of this. I'm in the part with the spinning boulders.
Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Yeah,
I just remembered a moment in my past about this part.
I'm gonna try for it, but this is a silly part here. My hell, it's like this is hard to get past. This is like I don't know why they did this. They should have had a puzzle where you can maybe shoot the boulders to make them explode.
It is such a I mean, it's cool because it's kind of like it kind of makes you think of like it's physics in the engine, but it's not physics, or not like physics like like the physics that you're thinking of, physics with like modern gaming, but like this is
It's not
like
trial and.
it's like
Oh, there's enemies on your side too, but they won't be as much of a problem. I could just shoot a grenade over it. The problem is I'm starting to level with 62 health, so I have even less room for error to, you know.
I didn't know how to change any of that, so I just kind of loaded this up and went with it.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't have the regular grenade launcher. I'm glad I scooped that up.
Yeah. So do you do like do you do both Twitch and YouTube, or do you just do YouTube?
I'm mainly on YouTube.
Yeah.
I have Twitch. I usually just watch things mainly. Yeah. But I should do more Twitch.
Nah, YouTube's better. Stay with YouTube.
Yeah.
There's certain audience members.
I'm gonna try to shoot through here to get the enforcers on the other side.
Gosh, this part's so bad. I think stuff like this is kind of why I never really played the expansions.
Yeah. There's similar mission pack too with the earthquakes get a little too strong and you can't even walk on the surface right. So I think that's a bullshit moment in the second mission pack. But the first mission pack, this is one of the bullshit moments. There's another one later on with like a lightning trap or something. Oh, then that gets really tough because. Oh, okay, somebody made it through. All right.
Oh, thank God. I don't know who that was, but thank you.
Yeah. Otherwise, pretty good mission pack. But again, this is an example of how, you know, in terms of map making, you learn what works and what doesn't. And I think that, without having a way to, you know, to get around the puzzle, so to speak, like maybe shoot the boulders, that's something that doesn't work too well, in my opinion.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking like maybe that was like an intent they had at, you know, at some point, but they just couldn't get it to work properly, so they just kind of, I don't know, left it as it is or something like that. But yeah, I know, like, you gotta think like this is like a 1997, 98 game, whatever.
Yeah.
So there was like a lot of limitations back then that, you know, you wouldn't have been able to do back then. That's, you know, that you would be able to do now, but you know, back then that was pretty much a no-go. So you just had to slap on what you had and just, you know, hope it works, or just kind of take whatever you can get and see where it takes you and stuff like that. But yeah, nowadays, you know, like somebody makes a map, they can make those boulders shootable and destroyable and stuff like that.
Yeah, of course,
so
yeah.
It wouldn't be a problem now, but yeah. One thing I didn't mention though is I do like some of the new enemies, like the little spider bots are pretty cool. It is actually pretty cool how they kind of dodge your projectiles and stuff like that. So I always thought that was.
I mean the centroids, yeah, the scorpions, yeah.
Yeah, the little scorpion bot things, whatever.
You're confused because technically they're not even that little. They're actually kind of big. So I'm like thinking they're not that little. They're pretty big actually. But you know, it's a technicality, yeah. Okay, I have the silver key. I need a gold key still.
They're little compared to the Shamblers.
Oh, they are though, yeah. A lot of things are little compared to them.
Or the Vors too, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything else with like mapping or modding or anything like that?
Yes. I'm working on a lot of projects at once, but it's important to, it's almost like exercise. You loop around in a circuit. Okay, this is what I didn't do. Okay. I'm going to drop down here and fight these Shamblers. But yeah. So pretty much, I think working out is important to be healthy, but it also gets your brain, the blood pumping in your brain, and it inspires you to make levels too. And plus, whenever I sleep, because I work overnight, so I'm gonna be up overnight, but I'm actually pretty good at sleeping because I don't have any trouble falling asleep, you know, like during the day or other times when I need to. And then I get really good dreams, and I always dream in like alternate layouts of places, and that can in turn help inspire my maps. So it's like I always come in with ideas. I never have mapper's block, if you will, you know?
It came to you in a dream, huh?
Yeah, literally, I can literally show examples, well, maybe not here because they're doing this, but I could literally show examples another time of like well, in Sacrilege, for example, there's an arena where you fight a yellow Cathan. And that arena is a runic theme, but it was modified from something else that was in turn based off a dream, a layout of a place. It was a laser tag arena, but it didn't look like a regular laser tag arena. It looked like a gymnasium, and with like a pine green floor and tan walls. It was really interesting, and it had like a elevation on top, like a square catwalk on the side. If you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, and that was the dream. So that wouldn't be a real life laser tag arena because it didn't have any railings. Whereas in real life you have railings along an edge, you know. But you know, this is Quake. That you don't necessarily have to have railings.
Interesting.
Yeah, I got the gold. I got the gold key.
Yeah, so did I.
Yeah, I'm also working on. There's a game called Hands of Necromancy. If you ever heard, if you know of Heretic and Hexen, so Hands of Necromancy is actually in the GZ Doom engine.
Oh, okay. Yeah. That's,
Yeah. So the first game is out.
Oh, okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah.
Oh, down here is like a pseudo boss fight. It's just more centroids. The minor spoiler. Because they only had even the expansion packs with their more content only had so many bosses as well.
I don't think did the expansions introduce any new bosses? I don't remember if they did or not.
They did, yes.
Oh, okay, cool, cool. Yeah, I was gonna say if it's just like the boss from the lava boss from the first campaign. I don't know what the name of it is, but
Yeah.
Yeah, if it's just that on all of them, that's kind of a lame thing.
Yeah. Well, Mission Pack 2 did it better because they have a smaller version of him you can shoot, and he has a different skin, so that actually is a little bit better.
Okay.
I love the transition here to the exit.
Okay. Feel free to exit because I don't even know where that is.
But it's a really nice transition. So yeah.
Cool.
Basically, you jump in the exit slip gate, but it's not the exit. You go through like a wind tunnel. And then transition to the medieval realm. Yeah, you missed it though. But you can find it on YouTube in all honesty if you really want to see it.
Sure.
And look who's through this door.
The little monkey things, yes. Oh, there's a I don't know if it's Dan or someone else made it, but I always played on a server and like you pick up that like horn thing and it spawns those things.
Yes. Yeah, it's basically it's multiplayer. It's a was it frag station? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Oh, I think it's RyMod. That's what it is. It's RyMod.
Yeah, they put the mission pack stuff. I'm just gonna type something.
Definitely. Yeah, with RyMod, it's that's a pretty cool thing too. There, I'm pretty sure it's like a power up from the one of the campaigns or something like that. But
yeah, basically this you'll see it here. Oops. But the thing is
it from this campaign?
Yeah, it's actually right here.
I don't know where you are, man.
I'm on this. I'm up the steps.
Oh, okay.
I'm near the Shambler. Yeah.
I'll find you in about like 20 minutes or something like that.
I think that's.
Yeah. Oh yeah, this is it. It spawns like
the horn.
Well,
but it'll spawn. Yeah, it'll spawn a random creature. Yeah, in the regular campaign, it spawns a random creature. It could suck, or it could be a good creature like a Shambler or even a Fiend.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. There, it's like turning the enemy against it. So you know that's a good way to kill your enemy. just turn the enemy. It
would have been neat for the Quake 1 remaster to have, as I said, the Mission Pack 1 and 2 content, because Machine Games could have did more interesting things if they had the higher variety, Because it's not so much variety where it gets overwhelming, but it's enough where, hey, this will add interesting flair, just like what Quake 2 remaster actually did do.
Yeah, that's right. Machine Games made Dimension of the Machine. Unfortunately, there was not really new enemies in it, though. But it was pretty cool what they did map-wise.
The maps themselves are really awesome and high fidelity and just a lot going on in a good way, not a bad way.
Yeah.
Okay, I gotta lower the silver key. You gotta press all the switches around the this area here. Yeah, I don't know which ones to press because I'm doing co-op here. Nope, that one is pressed also.
Yeah, I don't know where any of these switches are.
I don't remember the third one because I lost track of which one was. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
There's one more switch somewhere. Yeah. And then it lowers the silver key to the second level so you can jump to it.
Gotcha, cool.
There it is. Yeah, he just found it. Yeah.
Oh, okay, it's lower now. All right.
Oh, excuse me, lowers the first level. Okay.
Yeah, we can go forward now.
There's a place in Molnir, another mod I worked on for Quake 1 that was inspired by this room here, but it looks a bit different. It has a crypt texture, that really uneven brick texture using Quake crypts. So I use that texture instead a lot.
Okay.
Now I'll go back up to the silver door.
Yeah.
It's over here.
What's your favorite Quake 1 mod?
That's a tough decision. In terms of like something that completely changes the game, I'm going to be biased and say Slayer's Testaments, because I made a hell of a lot of maps for that.
Yeah. Have you ever played like...
Oh, you gotta use an explosive, yeah.
Oh, do we? Oh, there we... Oh, this is a shield. Yeah, this OP shield.
The empathy shield, yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of OP. Basically what it does is like when your enemy does damage to you, it does like a partial damage back to it or something like that. So yeah, it can be pretty OP, especially in multiplayer. Combine that with like freaking quad, and like I don't think anything can stop you at that point. So you might as well just hide or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I was gonna ask, have you ever played like Arcade Dimensions or anything like that?
Oh, I have, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Those are pretty cool map packs. I think I talked about them in past podcasts or something like that. But yeah, really cool stuff over there. Really showcasing what the Quake 1 engine can do. I mean, there's stuff in there that I don't think I've ever seen in any other Quake 1 mod or anything like that. Or I would even thought that the Quake engine would have been able to handle that. But yeah, pretty cool stuff with that. Arcane Dimensions and. I think there's even some like add-on packs that were released for the Quake Remastered here. That's in like the add-on section stuff.
Yeah, there are.
I mean, a lot of them.
It'd be neat to have Sacrilege in one day, but I would have to finish the full version because I just had the 3-map demo that's out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and it evokes the feel of this mission pack and mission pack 2.
Cool.
Okay, I need to get back to the secret exit. I don't want somebody to exit the main exit and like, oh, the secret exit was on here. So yeah.
Okay, I'm at the main exit, so I guess I'll go.
Yeah, don't exit, please, because yeah, the secret exit's near the beginning. I'm just getting tripped up and I can't find the beginning for some stupid reason. Oh, I think no, that's not it.
Gotcha. I don't know where you are. Are you the red dude?
I think I am. Yeah.
Yeah, you are the red dude.
No, I keep passing the one I'm supposed to go in.
I'll just follow you because I still don't know the map for shit. It is pretty cool to play these mission packs because, like I said, I think I beat this maybe like once or twice, very long time ago. So it's pretty cool to kind of blast.
Oh, I think it's on the yeah, it's on the freaking second level. That's why they way back to the beginning, because the beginning has the other area that goes to the. Damn it! I can't find it. What the hell? That's so weird. Oh wait, no, that's not it. Yeah, okay, I found it. Yeah, the way I gotta go.
Okay, yeah. Feel free to exit. 'Cause,
yeah,
I'm lost. So.
Yeah, I found it. I just couldn't find that one place, but I found it. Yes, now I'm gonna go to the secret level.
Nice. So what's
Gremlin's Lair? You get an early hammer.
Ah, okay. Oh, the hammer that is like the lightning thing?
Lightning hammer, yeah.
Yeah. Someone was actually telling me about that hammer and actually was telling me like how the hammer just isn't as good as like the normal LG because it has to do with like how much like ammo it uses versus how much ammo like the LG uses or something like that. I can't remember who was telling me about it, but it's like like the hammer consumes like I think like 30 cells for like. But it's like it's more of a crowd control thing. I think that's kind of like why you would get
exactly
over it. So yeah, something like that. But what's some other things that you do on like your YouTube channel and stuff?
Oh, so I do multiplayer too, which brings me also to oh yeah, by the way, I just want to mention one thing about the hammer, and that in the Quake mod Mjolnir, they made it a lot better because it's actually a throwing hammer, and it creates like a really cool lightning explosion. Oh. So and then you aim at the ground, it does the ground attack if you aim at the ground. So they actually made it a lot better. But anyways, yeah, on my YouTube channel I also do. Yes, pretty much like Mjolnir. It actually is what it's called here too. So it actually functions more like Mjolnir, what you think would.
Cool.
But anyways, on my YouTube channel I also do a lot of Quake Deathmatch. That's something else I've been doing for a while, from when I was younger. I didn't do it consistently, but I did it a lot, if that makes sense. Like, So I definitely know like levels like DM6, which Tim Willits, he didn't invent deathmatch, but he did invent DM6. That's like the Drake meme. I invented deathmatch. No, I invented deathmatch 6. Yeah. I'm sure you heard how he claimed to invent deathmatch at some point. But it's like, what is that? No, he didn't invent deathmatch. He made a really cool deathmatch map, though.
Oh yeah, there's I think like when people do something really big like that, it kind of gets to their head a little bit. But I mean, like, deathmatch DM6. I mean, it is one of the more popular ones there, so it's pretty nice map. I think it's more more like a 1v1 map in my opinion, but it's pretty cool. So
I like to call it Red Armor the map, because Red Armor is right near the rocket launcher.
Well, that's how DM4 is too.
Well, yeah, I guess it's literally right next to it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and no, not is DM2 like that too. I can't remember now. No, it's not. No, DM2 is a little different. No, they're not next to each other. No, but yeah, DM4 and DM6 are kind of similar in ways, because it's like you said, the Red Armor and the rocket launcher are right next to each other. They're also very small maps, and they're more, in my opinion, I think they're more tailored for like 1v1 than they are for like free for all or something like that. But
yeah, especially DM4. You see, when that gets crowded, that becomes like a heck house.
Yeah, it kind of becomes a little campy at that point. just sit up top and snipe people as they come. Yeah,
not even that. It's just that it gets so crowded. Even a good player has a hard time doing things in it, just because like you respawn, there's like people in front of you every time you respawn, probably better weapons, and then you can't get that hold.
In my opinion, I think DM4, if they move the weapons around a little bit, I think it would turn out a little bit better. Because not only that, but like you have the yellow armor and the red armor in the same room, and it's so campy at that point. It's like, I mean, like whoever controls that room just ends up winning, because it's like why put two really good items in the same room along with a rocket launcher? I mean, I get it. There's no ammo spawns in there, but like, I mean, still, it's like, at that point, it's like it doesn't even matter anymore, because it's like your opponent can't even get a red armor to like be able to do much or anything like that. So it's like, I feel like if they moved some of that stuff around, it wouldn't be too bad. It would be a little bit better, but I mean, it is what it is, and people have played it like that for years, and I guess people like it the way it is. So whatever.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think if you know Quake players, a lot of them like to play the game religiously, so changing maps usually puts a frown on their face, but
Yeah. It's like, I get it, because you get really good at like a few levels, and then you get these new levels you're not as good at. You want to put your best foot forward, so it's like, oh man, now I'm not as good at this thing, so it's like,
Yeah. To be honest, like, I don't know if you ever heard of like the maps that some of the community have done, like where they put like for example LG on DM2 or something like that. Like they extended the maps to put some extra stuff on it. I to be honest, I did get a little bit salty over that, because it's like, like they put like or even like E1 M2, like they put an LG on that map, and it's like Quake 1 already feels like a game where it's like every map feels like it's kind of like LG spam, in a way, because like that's what people go to, is they go to the LG and stuff like that. So like it's an interesting dynamic when you actually play like DM2 and E1 M2 and stuff like that, because those maps don't have an LG on it, so that's kind of like the dynamic of it. It's like to play it a little bit different. So like when you take that map and you add like an LG onto it, I feel like you're kind of killing the dynamic of it, and you're just turning it into like literally every other map that people play and stuff like that. So it's like, to me, like that got me a little salty about that. But you know what? If people like playing that, kudos to them. Just like if you like playing like that, I'm not gonna like diss you or anything like that. It's just I have my way I like playing, and people like have their like playing. So it's like, it's whatever.
It is what it is. It ain't what it ain't.
It's just a.
There's like a stupid electric trap you gotta avoid here. I gotta get the hammer again.
I thought it was a shambler shooting through the walls, and now I realize
too, yeah.
it's just a lightning trap. Okay, got it.
I forgot. Because I still don't. I know this pretty well, but I don't know it as good as some of the Quake 1 maps. So, especially because I'm also having an interview at the same time, I find it's like, okay, I'm not navigating as well, which I guess is to be fair. Because I'm chatting and playing at the same time, which I usually don't do, to be perfectly honest. Even in my YouTubes, when I'm doing like a single player Let's Play, I tend to actually stop chatting when I play. So yeah, some people can do that. I guess I'm not one of them.
Yeah, I've been trying to learn how to chat and play and stuff like that, but it's kind of hard to multitask like that. So I just kind of like focus on chatting or something like that. So
yeah,
that way people can, I don't know, something. But yeah, no, I do know what you mean. It's a lot harder talent than it seems, because it's like if you focus on chatting, then you're probably gonna like start doing bad at the game and stuff like that. But then if you reverse it and start focusing on the game, you're gonna find yourself not really like talking or something like that, or you go like 5 minutes and realize you haven't even said a word or something like that. So it's like it is an interesting talent to be able to balance that kind of stuff. So there are people who do it perfectly though, who can do live streams and be able to play and stuff like that. So it's definitely a skill that requires to be mastered over what I'm assuming is years worth of work.
Yeah, for sure. And even if you're good at deathmatch by default, I find that it's like if I don't usually talk doing it and I'm trying to talk, I tend to trip up. I'm like going the same direction every time here.
Yeah, I don't really know how to open this door or where the gold key is.
I have the gold key, yeah.
Oh, well then just come over here. And by here, I don't know where, so just find me. Yeah. It's like back towards the beginning, I think. Or something like that. You're the red dude, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Because I go down here, it's just water, so like where am I going? Oh, there's gotta be another way, yeah.
I just saw you, but I don't know where you ran off to. That's another thing with these podcasts I do, sometimes I do these co-ops with the other people, but it's like, we'll play something like, I think one time we were playing with one of my past podcast guests here, we were playing like Dimensions of the Machine and stuff like that there, and the whole entire time, like I don't know where the heck I'm going, because I think I've only played that like once or something like that, so it's like it's easy to get lost and stuff, so and like I said with this one too, I've only played these expansions like once or twice there, but it is nice to try and get back into this here and check out some of the cool work that was done back in like the 90s and stuff like that. So really cool stuff there. Is there a secret level on this one, or are we good to go?
No, this is the only secret, but I do want to find the hammer again. The hammer is on this level. I forgot where I got it. Oh, it's too late. Oh well.
It wasn't me.
I got the lightning gun.
It was not me.
And this lightning gun is probably better than the hammer. Hammer's good in multiplayer because multiplayer the player only has so many hit points, whereas monsters have way more. So multiplayer, the hammer is by default more effective.
I don't know if that sentence is true, but yeah, you are right about the hammer.
Well, probably in unison with something else. But it's still a little bit better in multiplayer than single player, the hammer, I think. Maybe not the most effective, just because of how it works, but yeah.
Oh, there's a map where I think the hammer really shines. I don't remember what the map name is, but it's like it's kind of it's a roughly like small, medium-sized map, and you have to press a button on the door to open up, and there's like red armor there. And if you're in ride mod, the hammer will spawn in there. And basically what you do is you go upstairs and you stand behind the teleporter, and you just as soon as somebody teleports through, you just slam your hammer, and you can literally just like one hit. I've done that on that map, so I wish I could remember what the name of the map was though, but I don't remember what it is. But it's very fun to just sit there and one shot somebody as soon as they come through the teleporter. I know it's a dick move, but it's really just it's funny as heck there. I don't remember what the map is. I think it's one of the deathmatch maps, but I don't remember what the name of it is.
Yeah, I forgot which one. Also, I'm thinking, is it one of the regular Quake deathmatch maps they had the hammer to? Oh, yeah. It could be. Yeah, I think it's the cistern, right? It could be the cistern through a door.
It might be. Yeah, it might be that one. Yeah. But yeah, it's just fun to sit behind that teleporter there and just camp that spot. Oh yeah, this is one of these monkeys there. Another thing I was going to mention earlier too is that they can actually grab your gun, which is a pretty cool.
Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely know that because I think that's pretty neat about them. The only thing is that they're really slow and easy to avoid for the most part. Yeah, so I think it would have been better. Which is what I would like to do with Sacrilege, but it goes beyond the scope of Prague's Dump, is to have them, one, move faster, two, which they do already, they can fling a projectile because in Sacrilege you just have them replace an Enforcer. Because in Prague's Dump you could have models have the same animation numbers as other things, as one of the base Quake monsters, and that's how I create the illusion of, gremlins without gremlins, but they don't take weapons. But anyways, it would be neat to have them take weapons, move faster, fling a projectile, and teleport around. Kind of like the Prowler from Doom Eternal. Because Slayer's Testament, we have a Prowler. He does the whole teleport around thing. Like, he really turns invisible and, moves fast to another area of the room. That kind of teleport, And they can't hit him when he's invisible and stuff. Just like how the Skull Wizard in, well, I'm not sure the one in Hexen 2 works that way, but definitely the one Skull Wizard they put into, in Heretic and Hexen, when people backported with Decorate code. That's how they work. It's like the invisible teleporting, but he's really moving it around the room fast, and it'll pop up and they can hit him again, kind of thing.
I thought it would be cool if they just combined it with the Fiend.
Oh yeah, because they look kind of like they're related, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, and just if they just combine it with the Fiend and make him have a leap attack and move faster, stuff like that, and then at the same time it could have the same powers as the other one,
Gremlin.
The Gremlin, where it grabs your guns and whatever else it does, spawn other Gremlins, I guess. I think that's another.
Oh yeah, that's the other thing too. When they spawn Gremlins, they should be able to eat faster and spawn more.
Yeah, definitely.
Because right now they take forever to eat one thing and then spawn another one. You could really just stop them easily. But if they say the animation is twice as fast, just for visual kicks, but then it only took a quarter of the time to resurrect something, then that would be more ideal, I think. Especially now, maybe modern players are better nowadays. So yeah.
Yeah.
That would definitely. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was just a balanced decision at the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think a lot of, because I mean, honestly, a lot of these enemies really aren't that powerful. I mean, the Shambler, in my opinion, I guess the Vor too, but the Shambler, in my opinion, is the only one that's actually really threatening in any way, because it has an attack where you can't really dodge unless
you're close. Yeah.
You can't really dodge unless you block it with another obstacle, go around a corner or something like that. So it's
yeah,
it's the only enemy that really poses any threat, in my opinion. And I guess the Vor.
Yeah.
And Vor in the way that, because the Vor has that homing rocket thing, which is really, which I heard in the remaster they kind of toned that down a little bit there. Probably another balanced choice.
Yeah, because it was bullshit levels of homing previously. Yeah.
But I thought that was so cool, though. That's the thing.
It's like even the Revenant missile in Doom, it homes by a percentage. It's not 100% homing. A Vor pod is 100% homing, whereas Revenants in Doom have a slight reduction to their percentage of homing. So you could actually lose it around corners and stuff. But the Vor missile, you go around a corner. If you're not super tight around the corner, it'll actually abruptly change direction and hit into you still. The Vor missile, the Vor pod, yeah.
I think the reason why they changed it was a little more of trying to balance it more for console players. Is my opinion, because you have to think there's console players that are playing this too, so they can't really move as fast as a PC player would do. So I think the idea was trying to find a perfect balance that would be suitable, that would still kind of retain that challenge of people playing on a PC versus console players, being able to make up for the fact that they can't move as well as a PC player would do. So they kind of this was just their choice they made to be able to balance that and try and make everybody happy in the process, I guess.
I had to rocket jump in this crypt because they did the thing with the gate, yeah. But now I fixed the gate, yeah. Because in single player you'd be on the correct side if you close the gate up again. But multiplayer you could be almost soft lock, but luckily you can rocket jump, yeah. Oh, there's a part in this level I can swear is inspired by Diablo 1.
Oh, funny.
And you'll see it in a moment. Remember Diablo 1 Catacombs, which had the spiral staircase that went down?
Actually, yes, I do, because I not too long ago actually completed Diablo 1, so I think I'll know what you're talking about when you actually show me this.
So in that room, you'll see, when you press the lever, you'll see it go down to a spiral staircase, and the wall texture is that crypt texture I was talking about before, and it looks like the Diablo 1 Catacombs.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, this...
So it's like, oh, yeah, they totally took that from Diablo 1, because it came out the same year, or this came out right the year after Diablo 1 came out, so yeah, whoever made this, Level Lord, the other guy who worked on this, I forgot his name. I should know it too. But yeah, this spiral staircase. Diablo 1 Catacombs all the way,
That's pretty cool.
It even has the long corridors like the Diablo 1 Catacombs. It's filled with water, but look, the corridors are even long. It kind of reminds me of it,
Yeah. It's pretty cool that some people actually remember the names of map makers from the 90s there, because to be honest, outside of like Carmack and Romero, I don't really know anybody else, and Adrian Carmack of course too, but
Sandy Peterson. Sandy Peterson is a big one, yeah.
I've heard of them, but I don't actually know what they've done. But yeah, I've heard of them. But outside of like those names, like to be honest, I don't really know like who was all involved and like who all did like the designing and map making and like stuff like that there. So it is pretty cool that there's people out there who actually remember these people for what they've done. And,
yeah.
Just be able to keep the names alive so that people, like when you go into this, you can just be like, oh yeah, this person made that there, and it's like, that's just a really cool thing there, because with like Quake being such an old game, it's pretty easy to just forget, like, there are people who actually made this game, because it's so old now. People just come into this game and they're like, maybe they played it for 20 years, or maybe they're playing it for the first time now, but they look at the fact that, like, oh, this is like a 90s style game now, so, most of this doesn't really matter anymore or something like that, but, you have to remember that there are people who actually took the time to make this game and to make it like what it is today, and be able to make it a game that, like people are playing, like 25 years later, and probably even another 20 years from now, to be honest. I wouldn't be surprised, but... I just like I really like it when people be able to remember these people for what they've done and what they brought to the community.
Yeah, pretty impressive.
Yeah, definitely. So we're coming up to our 1 hour mark, Shades.
Okay. Wow, time flies.
Yeah. Is there anything last minute that you wanted to say or anything like that?
Yes. Really funny thing happened at the end of this level. One time there's a sarcophagus that opens. Mm-hmm. Which I'm getting near, and what happened was it's the level exit. The sarcophagus opens, and then what happened was this rotating door. One time I opened the sarcophagus, I backed up a little bit, and guess what? Another person moved in between me and the sarcophagus, and they bumped it closed. So you can actually get soft lock and cooperative out of this level.
Oh wow, really? That's
yeah.
Definitely, that's interesting tale. I don't think I've ever really seen many. I don't really co-op that much, but yeah, I don't think I've ever really seen softlock in this game before. But that's interesting to know. I'll have to remember that if I ever decide to co-op on this game again there. But Morpher from the chat said, Shadesmaster works on so many things, I swear he never sleeps.
Well, I do sleep. I just sleep a little bit less, but I sleep effectively. Like when I do go to bed, I waste no time. I literally dream and map when I sleep. But that's the thing. I could literally dream anything, but I train myself to try to memorize the layout of where I'm at, regardless of what the dream subject matter is. I'll memorize the layout, and that inspires me in turn to do more map stuff.
Ah, cool. Yeah, like I said, it came.
Yeah, I got the gold key. Yeah, pretty much.
Gotcha. All right, well, that is going to conclude episode 10 of the Squid QE podcast with guest. Oh, Shades, do you have any social media or anything that you want to promote?
I do. Yes, my YouTube is it Shades the Socialite, or did I use Shades? It's Shades Man, but you do a search for Shades Man, you'll find it. This is Sarcophagus. I won't be near it when it opens, yeah. Because, yeah, I could have moved between you, or you could have moved between me when it opened, and then boom.
Gotcha. All right, yeah, I will definitely include a link to your YouTube channel in the description of this video there, so everybody check out his YouTube channel. I know Slayer's Testament was pretty big on your channel there, so definitely check that work out, and also other work that he's done on his channel there. It'll be in the link in the description for people to view later when this podcast is finished there. But I'm going to go ahead and wrap up episode 10 here of the Squid QE podcast with guest here. And stay tuned for episode 11. Whoever the guest will be, you'll know in time. But thanks for coming on the show, Shades.
No problem. It was a pleasure.
Thank you for all your information and everything that you shared with us.
I'm going to post a link to my YouTube right now, yeah.
Cool. In the chat?
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yep, I got it. Yep, so, yeah.
Cool.
It's been real. I'm actually going to take a rest now. I'll go through a full sleep cycle, and then I wake up at like 12 and then go to my overnight job, and I'll be up all overnight and everything. So that's how I do. And I slept earlier today, too, so I do biphasic kind of sleep.
Okay.
So that's how I do. Yeah.
Well, there you have it.
All right, anyways, yeah.
There you have it in Marco. He does sleep there. But yeah, all right. I will let you go then, Shadesmaster. Thank you for coming on here, and I hope you have a good day, man.
Thanks, you too. All right, take care. It's been fun. Till next time.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Bye.